Okay, let's try this out. I'm just testing a top-down video like this, maybe even how to. And I thought what would be kind of neat is to go over everything on my painting desk. And yeah, well, I guess I'll show you a little bit what I'm going, and then how I paint a little bit, that kind of thing. So again, this is testing, and when I do testing, sometimes I try to talk as much as I can, but I'm giving a lot of, I'm just saying what I'm seeing. So it's like taking the best note, you know? So let me give you an example here. If I was looking, okay, this looks pretty centered, right? So it looks centered right here. This position's okay. I'm on intelligent auto on the camera, 60 shutter, f5, ISO 1000, at about a camera length, about a foot away from, where is it? Yeah, about a foot away from there. That's actually, yeah, maybe even 10 inches. Both desk lights are on. Okay, so that's what I do. I babble along the whole way, taking notes. So you kind of, I'm going to go in that mode and just talk. You know, the other thing we consider, all right, so I'm supposed to paint these guys. You guys are supposed to see these guys. So, you know, adjusting lights and stuff like that. And just trying to get the best quality out of it all with the stuff I have. And there we go. Okay, so anyway, let me tell you a little bit about what's on the table. Front and center, these are, okay, so my whole table here is like an ode to Blue Moon miniatures. Man, I really like the figures. And that's what I have on my table to be painted up here, coming up soon. So anyway, these guys are Blue Moon, 18 mil, I think they call them, French and Indian War, British light infantry figures. So I got, let's see, I have a couple tests painted I did a while ago. That's what they look like. It still looks dark though, don't it? I can't really, no, I guess it's light. All right, so, but I got to hold the figures up for an angle. Let's see. All right, for you guys to see them, something like that. I don't know. Actually, if I could rest my elbows, it's more stationary. I wonder how that pick is. I'd like to zoom in, but if I touch the brace that I use the camera is flimsy, so if I touch the camera, it could like drop and stuff. But anyway, okay, so let's check it out. Those are two of the infantry advancing packs, two of the figures. And if you can see this is pretty cool. Their packs come in like 8 different, there's eight different figures in each and stuff, so you can make really good skirmishing looking units. So they're all doing a different poses, or quite a bit of different poses. So anyway, yeah, these are more the same. This is how far I've gotten. I know I mentioned a couple times, I did clean this desk. It's gorgeous, man. I love having a clean desk. It's tough to keep it clean for sure. But like 2 weeks ago, you know, I'm like, the desk clean. I painted up all the cuffs on these guys, and I faded away. But tonight, actually, yesterday and today, I got a little bit of work in, finishing up most of it, which would be one of the belts, one of the backpacks. This guy I missed, but axes and the stuff, the internal stuff. So I'm getting there, man. But it's a slow and steady process. But those are the Brit lights. Here's a couple Brit commanders. I hope to get painted up here shortly. On horseback, of course, and then there's a couple walking around and giving directions and things like that. So that's front and center. That's what I'm working on now. So, but if you look around here, the rest of the table is also, I have these Civil War, like the Moroccan troops, or the French, what are the names for them? I can't believe I can't think of the names. But I bought these for to match in with the French Foreign Legion figures and you know, the Berbers or whatever, that kind of stuff. So these guys will be the, I don't even know how to pronounce it, Tirailleurs, something like that, which were the local troops that they formed into that name. I guess I forget it, Tirailleurs. Anyway, somebody, yeah, I'll look it up in a minute. But that's more of the same. I got a bunch of those I'd like to get painted up to work along with, like I mentioned. I got a bunch of these guys already painted up, but I'm working on the Arabian troops. Here, I got a bunch of those painted up, but having a bunch of them painted up just doesn't cut it. You need bunches and bunches of bunches. So, you know, we're talking 200, 300 figures. I probably got about 70 of those painted up. So that's another project. And then, well, you guys, if I slide over, the beginning of the year, actually, I think, yeah, no, about a year ago. Yeah, the beginning of the year, I stopped using this stuff for base painting, which I really wasn't painting all that much, but I went the craft hobby route and I started painting these guys and the French guys, and it took like 3 coats just to do a base, and at some certain point I said, nope, I'm not doing that anymore. It's killing me. And I invested a bit of cash into a lot of these guys, the MSP Master Series, which they had like a trio. What are they? The trio, like the dark, medium, and light, certain colors. And I'm like, that looks easy enough. That's kind of how I used to do it, dry brushing a lot. And then of course, I hit on my stuff nowadays with a wash, and these guys have been going to be hit with the Agrax Earth. Wait, is that right? Yeah, the shade. I guess that's pretty common. So let's see what else. That Vallejo I love. I wish I just went with that instead of the Reaper. I don't know, more consistent. Some of the colors on these Reapers are like water. They don't hold. I mean, very few. I've had only a few bottles do it, but some of them are just horrible. And I actually liked one color and ordered it again. It was the same thing happened. So those are a few of the paints I use. I talked about a little bit about this before, but I picked up some of these guys at King's Hobby, and I've tried it a little bit, and yeah, they're good. They're really good. Or this one is. I like the brown. I really wanted to find this, like, I think I messed up in the painting up all these first 2 troops. I just got to figure out like one color from now until forever on what I'm going to use for muskets and what I'm going to use for leather and that kind of stuff. And I just want to, also I want to find a good leather brown and a rifle color too, and just stick with it and go with it for a long time. All right, moving on from there is, actually you can't really see them all that much, but these are also Blue Moon figures, Western guys, and I love them, man. They got a ton of character, actually, for being so small. Actually, this guy's probably like a Clint Eastwood character. He's pretty neat. All right, so carrying on, I had these guys out I always have these guys out for inspiration. I got a little, I'll show you sometime, but there's a little shelving over here up to my right, and these are figures I had when I was very young. Some of the very first figures I ever owned. And this one's this is a Superior Models one. And they did a whole line of these guys that did, that were of the Round Table. You know, King Arthur kind of guys. So they had King Arthur, Gwendolyn, Green Knight, the Black Knight, all those guys. And then these were, I guess, I think it's Martian Metals. And they popped in just when Raul Palta was doing some of their best stuff. And these guys were even better. They had some really, really great models or sculpts. And apparently the guy that did it is out of Texas. I'd love to hear more about that. If anybody knows that guy, if he's still around. But his figures were like the best, I think, for a good long time. And I own this when I was, maybe 8 or 9 or 10 or something like that. This model survived getting thrown out of a 3rd-story building that was on fire and landed in the rubble and lay there for a week. So this guy's been through a lot. But anyway, moving on. Paint dish, super glue, of course, paintbrush. I guess people like knowing this stuff too. I do too now, actually. I'm really kind of into painting now. It's pretty neat. So that's what I've been using the last 2 or 3. It seemed to do all right. But this one got jacked up within a month. And I try to clean them really well. So I don't know, man. I don't have a lot of luck with paintbrushes. I like try to clean these things really well now. But something's jacked with my process. What else? All right, so I'm going to play you a video of, like I said, I kind of like have verbal diarrhea when I do these things just for notes, and that's the mode I'm in. But I filmed one a little earlier that I wasn't really planning to show anybody. It was just for me, and you can kind of look at it and go, all right, this is what Matt does to kind of take notes about his videos and things. But mostly it's just goofy. So here's that. And there was that. So, okay, yeah, that's me just babbling and testing out the camera earlier. And the only other thing I thought I wanted to see was I'm going to slap some paint on a fig. I want to see how it looks. Actually, you know what? I'll even post this dang thing without even looking at it, without editing it. And I'll maybe talk about like how, what it looks like at the beginning. So, all right, let's get some paint on here. I don't even know what to paint. Something real simple. Where am I at? I just did the rifles. Look at that. That's shaky, I bet. Look at that. I'm trashy on my first round of painting. Trashy. Look at that. I usually do base all the red, all the black, and then come in with all this stuff. But man, I make a lot of mistakes. I try to rush through it, and I'm not that good. So I try to fiddle in with being very, very fine, very good on the first sweep, and I don't have the patience for that, man. Nope. I'm like, yeah, okay, this is gonna be good. I start painting a few figures. I'm like, this is the right way, and then I'm into 5, and I'm like, a little faster, and 6, like, you know, it just I can't stick with it. So. All right, I gotta paint something. I gotta put some paint on a figure because maybe some of you want to see me do that. And I kind of want to see if I can do that. And I still can't think of what I need to paint. So, all right, you know what? Perfect. Absolutely great. This is a good one. Hair. I've been using this stuff, the leather brown, for these guys. All right, I'm shaking it up. Boom. Right in the paint jar. These tips, man, I've had some problems with these. I thought these were going to be the cure to everything. Look at it go. I'm not even doing anything. So, some of them are great. It's great when it works great. See, and let's get it out of there. But some of them just have problems. So I had 2. One was punctured when I got it. And one that just as soon as I scored it, the cap fell off and I lost half the paint. But all right, let's hit it up. Let's see, painting the hair on this guy. Whipping through it. How's the view? Is it lit correctly? I can get this light in a little bit more. Looking at the camera view is very small, so I don't really know what I'm filming at the time. I have to go back and take the SD card out and put it in the computer and go, oh, okay. It's really hard to see in the camera screen. So there it is, folks. Ta-da! Look at that. Look at that. One small step for me is going to lead to good things. Okay, so boom, done. And clean this guy off. La-di-da, you know, we all go through this. This is the fun part, man, cleaning the brush. This I always dig. I can't wait. So I really try to, I get severe with this cleaning stuff. But I'm probably doing it wrong. Who knows? Sometimes I go get soap and like do the whole round and round thing. But I'm not going to bore you guys with that. So that's it. How'd it turn out? Later, guys.
The internet has changed a lot, and I think our expectations as punters has changed as well. Yeah. We don't take crap as much as maybe we did in the past. You know,
and we don't like waiting around either.
I think also the materials being used are far better.
All right, let's see. This looks pretty set up. How would I paint? I guess we throw this over here. That kind of thing. I'm missing a bit of light myself. So let's see if we can get this one over also. Alright, what's that look like?
Last week on the Facebook,
let's see.
I put pictures of that neck from the terrain that I'd found. I'm just putting that together.
Alright, so this is me talking, no background now. That was the podcast. Obviously, if I move my mouth around, it's going to sound different. I'm moving my mouth around differently now. Wait, so I am kind of slouched over, which sucks. But I think that's the standard. So that's right in the middle, right about there. Maybe slit it that way. That's kind of more in the middle. If I was sitting here. That is really close to the middle. I think that's it. Trying to figure out the lines. Something's not right. Alright, let's go with that. I'm going to go with that. That looks straight. That looks pretty straight. Oh, the camera might be not so much. So, go about there. And if I was to paint, it would be about here. This is about the distance. All right, so I'm giving it a shot. This is the camera. That's about the where I would. I think that's about where I would. I don't know why it still looks like shadows. You just can't tell on the screen. Can you zoom? All right, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here. All right, what's that look like now? Still, no, it looks a little dark. I think you need to get both the lights really close. All right, we're probably talking a little bit better now. Let's see how that is. So that's kind of where I'd be painting. That's about the average length, time, Schlade-dade. Let's see how this looks. I can't turn this damn thing off. I feel looks like I'm gonna have to look